Yo guys, what's up? It's Ask Avi. It's Friday, and I'm here with a cool question. This one, I knew I was going to answer sooner or later. I have this sweet hair flip because I'm recording this really early in the morning. I'm actually about to leave for Washington, D.C. as I'm recording this. I'm going to head up there to visit some family and do some work-oriented stuff. But relax. I still got videos coming out. As you can see, this Ask Avi is all automated. It's going to be published. You guys are watching it right now, and you're enjoying it. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Welcome to Ask Avi. This is a question and answer show that I do every Tuesday and every Friday. That means bi-weekly. And when I do it bi-weekly, you guys should love it up some more. Basically, this is a Q&A show where I answer questions you guys post in the comments below these videos. I talk about random topics, stuff I feel like talking about, stuff you want me to talk about, any questions you may have. And today is a very, very popular topic that I'm sure is going around, and that is used gaming and my opinions on it. So, with used gaming, I actually am not a big advocate of it. I don't mind it. I don't participate in used gaming. I collect things, including video games. I have tons up there, as I point to like in every frickin' video. I have more up there. I have more over there. I have more down there. I basically collect video games a lot, and I really like collecting them. So I always buy the collector's editions, the fancy editions, stuff that works like that. And if I'm not buying video games like physically, I'm buying them digitally on Steam, and I don't mind not having a box to resell. Out of the games I've resold, I mean, most of them have been old console games that I trade in for a new one that's big if I'm short on cash. But most of the time, I always have to pick up the game when it comes out. And that's it. I mean, occasionally I'll buy some games for pleasure. Right now, for example, like I said, I'm about to go to DC. I don't know where my phone is. It's somewhere around here. It's in my pocket. But I just put on a bunch of Pokemon games from Game Boy Advance. I just did an emulator. So I have those on there. I have Zelda, Link to the Past, those kind of things. But, I mean, outside of that, I really don't buy used games. I think the last used game I bought... Nah, I can't even remember the last used game I bought. Because this is the way I see it too, guys. Like, if I have to pay $10 more for a new copy of something, I would rather do that. And that's how a lot of the popular games are. Now, the last used game I picked up was Mafia 2, because I played the demo for a show I was thinking about doing here on YouTube, and I actually decided not to do it. So I just bought it digitally on Xbox Live because it was cheaper on Xbox Live on a sale than it was used. Brand new digital. And I was like, let's do it. So I did it. Now, why do I not like used games? Perfect example. Like I said, I'm going on a road trip to Washington, D.C. for the next 5 days. I wanted something mobile gaming. Now, I have my laptop. I have Don't Starve. Trust me, I'm going to be playing a hell of a lot of that game. But I was thinking about getting a Nintendo DS, specifically the original or the DS Lite, which is the second one that they released, so I could play the new Pokemons. Pick up Pokemon Black, Pokemon White, Crystal, some of the stuff that I haven't played, because I haven't done mobile gaming a lot. Well, I looked at the used price of the system. New, a DS Lite is $100. Used and refurbished, it's $90. Why would I not just pay $10 for a new one? And I think that's where the price drop-offs still go. I mean, the original Black Ops is still $40 used. All right, Halo 4, I can trade it in for $4.50 or something like around that range, and they're gonna sell it for $45. This is the thing I don't like about used gaming, is they're turning a massive profit. It's like the car market. I mean, the used cars, the second you drive it, boom, into the dumps. So I actually haven't bought like a legitimately used game in probably a year. I never really see the need to, because I'm always going to have to buy an online pass, a season pass, something DLC, anyway that's going to bump up the cost. And it doesn't include all the stuff I love, because I'm a big collector guy. So with used games, when a lot of you are asking about the Xbox One on the live stream the past week, or anything after E3, that's why I'm kind of like, screw it, I don't care. I'm all for the digital age. And the digital age actually allows for a lot of cool things too. For example, sales. How do you think Steam's able to do so many sales on so many games where you can get like The Witcher 2 for like $4 or $5 like I did last weekend? How do you think they're able to do that? It's all digital, and they're allowed to have these exclusive deals and stuff. Microsoft built the Xbox One with the true next generation in mind, and it's all digital, and that's cool by me. So I was all for it regardless. Plus, they don't have a stupid HDMI blocker in there. But I mean, the used game thing, guys, it really it's not me. And I understand that some of you guys are like that. And some of you trade in games like freaking crazy. Like, I had a friend of mine who bought Ghost Recon, traded it in. He bought it used, traded it back in, then bought it again, then traded it back in. And he's done that with Call of Duty like 4 or 5 times, with Black Ops 2, which is only not, about, what, 6-ish, 7-ish months old? Something like that. It's like, whoa, why? I don't see why. And that's the big thing. Like, it seems like you guys are trade happy, and I don't quite get it. Now, that being said, I understand that I'm a gaming journalist. I'm coming from a completely different perspective compared to what you guys do. I know I have a lot of friends that are just used gamers or only buy games used. That's cool, but I just think the used game thing is a little crazy. And the other thing, too, is used gaming loses a lot of money for the developers, and that's something that's pretty big. I want to see these games succeed. And for them to succeed, you have to buy the new copy, because the second that you buy a used copy and trade it in, it's all GameStop revenue. It's not actual company revenue for the developers and the producers and all those people. So, like, that's something that's big to me, and I like to support those people. So that's also why I think the way I think. I think the only thing that I don't get is the drastic price difference, right? I mean, with cars, for example, I bought a 4Runner way back when. That was my first truck. I wouldn't even call it a truck, but I bought a 4Runner, and I bought it for, I think it was 4.5, so $4,500. So I picked that up. Decent deal on a 96 4Runner, had some rust and stuff, but I worked around it. Now, outside of that 4Runner, I could only get about $2,000 for it. $2,000 for it. Not even. I think they offered me like 1.3 when I was trading it in for my new car. Well, my new car is actually a family car. It's a Nissan Titan, and someone in my family was picking up a new car, and I was like, well, I'll take that one off your hands if you include the 4Runner in the deal that I'm doing. And the fact that it was worth 1/4 of the value after I only had it for a couple months, yikes. But they actually don't even, with the 4Runner actually, they would resell it for about the same price, or they actually ship it overseas for parts. With the Xbox, they're just going to resell it, but for almost double, if not triple, the money that they gave me for it. And I understand that used gaming is a business, they have to turn out a profit, but sometimes I think the margins are a little slim. For example, like I said with Halo, they can sell it for $40 to $45 used typically. You trade it in, it's worth like $4. That seems a little drastic to me. A perfect example is I actually got a few old games. Wasn't really a fan of the Crisis 2. Don't play it anymore. Just figured I'd ditch it. And then Rayman Legends and a Call of Duty. I think it was the original. No, it was what was the last Modern Warfare? Modern Warfare 3. So I had those three. I was like, I don't play these anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and toss them. Well, this I found funny. When I looked at my receipt, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was worth $425. What was the other one? I can't even remember what I just listed off. Call of Duty, Crisis 2 was $325, and then I look, Rayman Legends was worth $1130. What? That's not even like that popular of a game to me. So it seems like even on some of the titles that they're turning a bigger profit, so they actually buy them for less. I don't know how GameStop's business model works. I'm not claiming to. But I look at that and I'm just like, no, I'd rather just buy it new. Especially if the price difference, like I said with the Nintendo DS Lite, 90 used or 100 new. I mean, I could really use those like 8.5 chocolate bars, but I'll probably buy the new one anyway. And I was just, that kind of blew my mind. I'd expect it to be like $70, $75 max. So I was just kind of blown away by that. And I really realized that after I went in. Even when I bought my PS3. Like, I bought my PS3 for Killzone, Uncharted, and now Last of Us. Those are the only games I own on my PS3. Just because I hate streaming from it. It's an absolute nightmare. But those are the only games I own for my PS3. So when I went in there, I could buy a used PS3 for whatever the price was, or I could buy a new one for $300. It would have saved me like $50. I was like, screw it. No, I'll just buy a new one. I don't care. I just want it to work. And it still has issues. So, it's interesting to look at it that way. And, like, with the used gaming thing, I get where you guys are coming from, absolutely. Times are rough. The economy is finally starting to recover. Things are going okay. But just to see this drastic, like, change, I think, is what blew my mind. And the used game things blew up on people. And and it's kind of become an integrated part of the culture, which is what I think now, the gaming culture. Used games are part of the gaming culture now. There's nothing we can do to change that. And developers need to be smart and realize that, which is why they're trying to do used game sales digitally and stuff like that. And Microsoft had a lot of policies that would actually allow for that, which I thought was kind of cool. But who knows, right? Who knows? Because used content was actually legalized in Europe last year, I believe. Can't remember the exact date. I didn't do my homework. It's really early in the morning. I'm about to wake up on a road trip. Bear with me. But the redistribution of digital content was actually a law that was passed in Europe and is still being worked on as far as terms and agreement conditions. But it's very cool that that's like there, I think. And that's interesting to me. And I'd be interested to see kind of what happens in the U.S. with that as we go forward. Because if that could happen, I mean, would you guys interested in used gaming actually be okay with that and doing digital? Or are you guys a hard copy person? For me, I think I'm kind of caught in between, right? I'm still trying to decide. But I guess my job has a little bit influence on that. So anyway, but that's kind of my overall opinion of used games. I don't play them much. I don't think they're that necessary, but I know they're a big part of the culture now, the gaming culture. So that's that. As far as Ask Avi goes, it is Friday, which means I will be coming back next Tuesday. So be sure to check out next Tuesday. And remember, if you like this video, give it a double thumbs up. Like it twice from 2 different accounts, and also hit the subscribe button because I love talking about stuff like this. I'm planning on launching a talk show, woohoo, with other hosts. I know it's crazy, and a couple other things this summer. So I got a lot of stuff up my sleeve, and I'm still enjoying stuff. I actually just beat The Last of Us. Love The Last of Us. Can't wait to jump back on that and play it some more. But I'm kind of blown out from playing it so much. I looked over my numbers. I played it for about 40, 50 hours in the last 5 days, which is insane. But I just can't put it down. So anyway, Last of Us is nuts, but I have a Last of Us Let's Play series multiplayer. They're clips that I've pulled off the live stream, and they were great games, and you guys wanted to see multiplayer, so I figured why not turn it into a Let's Play for my first big project for TGN. So voila. But that's that. If you have a question, post it in the comments below. I'm going to be checking all throughout the week and all that jazz, all throughout the weekend, because this is Friday. So all throughout the weekend, pulling a question for Tuesday. So I'll be sure to look at your questions then. Have a good one, everybody. I'll talk to you in the next video, and thank you for watching Ask Avi. I'm Avi, and have a good weekend.